Danny Garcia, Alyas here with the split decision. First and foremost, man, how's life treating you?
Life is good. I can't complain. Life is great.
Yeah, man, and Barclay Center, first and foremost, Swift Promotions has been kind of booming this year,
Yeah.
First time you're actually fighting under your promotion. How's it been balancing the business side of the event along with, preparing for training camp?
It's actually good. Believe it or not, because it takes my mind off being a fighter sometimes. Sometimes being a fighter could be overwhelming and like it's hard for you to get into things. But since it's like this is my show, I'm training, and when I feel like, training is getting overwhelming, I turn into the businessman. So I actually like it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and
for sure.
you're doing big business. I mean, this fight is in Brooklyn, Barclays Center, press conferences tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
With a fight of like such a magnitude, where can fans really watch the fight if they can't be in Brooklyn?
Yeah, so you can watch the fight on millions.co. That's the streaming company for this fight. It's gonna be a small fee just for the fight. Boxing these days, even on Netflix, you gotta be a subscriber. Um, the Zone, you gotta be a subscriber. No matter where you go, you gotta pay. So it will be a little fee for the Danny Garcia show, but it's gonna be all worth it.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with paying a little bit to see Swift in action, but
Absolutely.
October 18th, you're fighting Daniel Gonzalez. Talk to me about this matchup.
Yeah, definitely. For sure. So it's a guy that has been around for a long time. And I feel like some fighters deserve the opportunity to shine. He's hungry, he wants to show the world, and I feel like he's gonna come and try to give me a good fight. And that's what you want. You want guys who are hungry and gonna try to give you a good fight. But my job is to show him why some people never make it to that level. Some people are never champions because there's levels to this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's interesting about, the fight build and stuff like that is that the fight card is billed as farewell to Brooklyn. So my curiosity is kind of, bringing me, is this potentially the final bout of your career?
85% chance, yes.
Yeah, and
85%. I only say 15 just because I'm a fighter, but yeah, I plan on making this my farewell.
yeah, and what kind of led you to come to that conclusion?
I feel like I had a great career. Two division champion. I fought everybody, won some, lost some. But at the end of the day, I never backed up for no challenges. I fought four different weight classes already: 140, 147, 154 one time, 160 one time for the title. I feel like I accomplished a lot. And I just want to leave out the game with my head straight and with a win. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, for sure. And was there any consideration in, potentially if this is your final fight of potentially making it in your backyard of Philly?
Well, yeah, we tried a few places, but then it was supposed to be in Philly. It was supposed to be in his like a crazy event in Philly. I don't want to say all the details because I don't want nobody else to do it. But then I was like, you know what? Let's go to Barclays. This is where my fans love me. I have to go back to who made me. And the Barclays Center is who made me, really. I fought 10. This could be my 10th fight there.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing that's interesting is, with this card, there's going to be a lot of some people on your banner, a lot of undefeated guys,
For sure.
that are really looking to get the spotlight. How important is it to use your final fight to, to really uplift, some of the younger guys that are really looking for that media attention?
For sure. So that's one of the main reasons why I feel good about this is because I'm giving the young guys under my banner a chance to
Um,
shine.
you know, talking about like, Swift promotions, stuff like that, what are some of the guys, to watch out for under your banner?
Yes, for sure. So I got David Garcia. He's 16 years old. He'll actually be fighting on the Pandora undercard. He's 16. He's 5-0. He's the youngest pro boxer in America. Southpaw from Arizona. Amazing style. I see he's gonna be a star of the game one day. Then I have Quincy Williams. He's 5-0. He'll be fighting on my undercard. He's a Pan American champion. Great amateur background. And then we got Christian Cangelosi, Italian stallion. 11-0. He's fighting on my undercard. And we got Matthew Gonzalez. He's on my undercard too. He's 14-1. He's actually coming off his first loss, but he's gonna come back on October 18th and show the world why he's somebody to be reckoned with at 140.
For sure. And as you transition into, becoming, on the business side of boxing, you've credited Al Heyman for a lot of
for
your
sure.
success and a lot of your growth in your career and in life, And now that you're starting, with this venture, what does it mean to give these guys an opportunity?
Opportunity is everything. Opportunity is worth more than anything. If somebody could give you the opportunity to showcase your skills at any level, that's the best thing somebody could give you. Because some people never get it, and you just got to go in there and take a full advantage of the opportunity. Because that's everything. The best thing somebody could give you is the opportunity.
For the longest time, you have been, the staple in Philadelphia. You've been representing your city real hard, repping hard, especially, during, your world title reigns. How important is it to, put Philly on your back?
Oh, it's very important. Philly. I'm born and raised in Philly. I'm a Puerto Rican, born and raised in Philly, so I take a lot of pride of being a Philly fighter and a Puerto Rican fighter. And me being the first Puerto Rican champion out of Philly, that gives all the other kids in Philly who's Puerto Rican an opportunity or motivate them, letting them know that they could be a champion one day. But Philly's always been a rich history in boxing. But I feel like after Bernard, there really wasn't nobody. And then I came and I held it down for a long time. And ever since I came through and did my thing, I feel like there was plenty of champions. Julian Williams, Tevin Farmer right now, Boot Tennis, Cool Boy Steph. And it was just a long list of did I say Julian Williams? I did say Julian Williams, but yeah, it's just a long list of champions who just came right after Danny Garcia. And I feel like I was a big part of motivating my city.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing interesting about your career is, a lot of people tend to forget that, once Floyd retired, you were one of like three mainstays at welterweight that was really holding down the division
Right.
and really keeping the spotlight on there. When you think about your time with guys like Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, even Pacquiao and stuff like that in the end of his career, what do you think about it?
Oh, it's amazing. I feel like that's what boxing's all about. The best fighting the best at the time that people want to see you fight. And I feel like I did that. I fought the best in their prime. I fought Amir Khan in his prime, Matisse in his prime, Keith Thurman in his prime, both undefeated, Sean Porter in his prime. So I feel like I fought the best fights at the right time when the people wanted to see them. And for that reason, I'm proud.
Absolutely. And if this is, you say 85%, if this is close to the end of your career, what's the biggest lesson boxing has taught you?
Oh man, that's a good question. Biggest lesson, don't let it ruin your personal life. At the end of the day, it's just a sport. But when boxing's been your whole life since a kid, it's hard to draw that line. So now I just look at it like a sport. I just, it is what it is. Whatever happens in that ring happens. Can't let it ruin my personal life. So I think that's the biggest thing. Anybody just separating your personal life from your work life. But other than that, it taught me discipline. It taught me everything I know.
Yeah. And you've been a big advocate for mental health. You talked about it a lot after the Jose Benavidez win.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, boxing's such a macho sport, so when you came out with that, it was a real eye opener for a lot of people, a lot of fans, a lot of boxers to be related. How do you want to be remembered in the sport?
I just want to be remembered as an inspiration and a great champion. And just anyone has dreams that you could dreams come true, no matter where you come from. And I feel like, they call me the underdog my whole career. But look, I'm still here. So as long as you believe in yourself and you inspire other people, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, and Danny, my last question for you, man, is what can fans expect October 18th when you step in the ring against Daniel Gonzalez?
My bad. Somebody was calling me. What can people expect? Um, I want to knock his ass out. That's what I want to do. I need a knockout. I ain't get a knockout since 2019. But I didn't fight a lot. I didn't fight a lot either. So I only fought like 3 times since 2019.
Danny Swift Garcia, thank you so much for, taking the time out to talk to me. You have been a staple, not only in my, just me growing up watching boxing, but you were a big staple in a period that people really do not, appreciate a lot. So I
Right.
thank you a lot for your time, and I wish you nothing but the best of luck on potentially your final bout.
Thank you. I appreciate it.